Hi, my name is Ava, and this is my first official booktube video. Today we're going to be doing a Christmas book haul. First on the list it's not really a book, but I'm counting it in this book haul. But it's Selected Poems of Emily Dickinson. There are a bunch of poems in here. Let's see, there is 110 pages of poems. Next off, we have Raising Hair Memoir by, I think this is how you say the name, Chloe Doughton. In this book, there is about 275 pages, I think. I think that's a chapter name. I think there's 275 pages in here. Next, we have Pride and Prejudice. This is my favorite novel. This edition has I completely am blanking on what this is called, but like this elastic to like keep you on a certain page or bookmark. If you want to see here, right there, see it's like margins for note taking. There is 355 pages in this book, and then it has lots of cool stuff towards the end, like reader's notes, just like a couple blank pages with some lines. Then we go into the study guide, which has a contents page, an introduction, why read Pride and Prejudice. We have the woman behind the words section, the Regency era and the romantic novel, covering romantic themes. We have the origins of Pride and Prejudice right here. The world of Pride and Prejudice. I think this is really cool. Like there's stuff on Meryton, London, Kent, etc. Then there's a character map, which I actually, when I looked through it earlier, I did not even notice this. But this is actually like really cool. I don't know if you can see there. But there's like darker blue. Double lines means siblings. Lighter blue double lines means cousins. Double red lines is marriage. Solid red line is love interest. Solid blue line is parent. Lighter blue line is aunt or uncle. And then like dashed, like a line, but it's like just like dashes is friends. I don't know if you can see right there. Then we have the style of Pride and Prejudice, Austen's style. We have key themes: marriage and reputation, love across boundaries, family and sisterhood. Other themes: property and wealth, first impressions, etc. Key characters: Elizabeth Bennet, Mr. Darcy, Mr. and Mrs. Bennet, Mr. Bingley, the Bennet sisters, a few others. There's some key quotations and scenes. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Volume 1, Chapter 1. This iconic opening line does not simply open the story, it also inducts you, as the reader, into the language of the book, the sharp wit of Austen's satire, and the often ruthless pursuit of Georgian society's highest ideal. It is typical of Austen, despite mocking marriage in this way, the two protagonists reach their resolution not by working outside the rules of delicate society, but very much within them. Goes on to say some other quotes. I like this one. An unhappy alternative is before you, Elizabeth. From this day you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do. Volume 1, Chapter 20. Other quotes. Nothing was to be done that he did not do himself, though I am sure, and I did not speak it to be thanked, therefore say nothing about it. Your uncle would most readily have settled the whole. Volume 3, Chapter 10. There's a few other quotes, but then there's a reflect and discuss. Has some like questions and like reflection like telling you to reflect on stuff. Then there's a glossary of literary and Regency terms, like ball, bonnet, chase, countenance, dowry, industrial revolution, parasol, romanticism, handsome. I'm sorry, if you don't know the definition of handsome, you probably shouldn't be reading Pride and Prejudice. And you won't be able to get through this book understanding anything at all. A lot of people can't understand a lot the first time they read it, just because it's a lot to take in, which is part of the reason why I like it, because you can read it or watch the movie multiple times and like still find something else that is like maybe you didn't notice or like you just delve deeper into it. Um but yeah, you should probably work on your vocabulary if you don't know the definition of handsome before you try to read this book. Then there's further reading, author biography, picture credits, and then are these like stickers that I can take notes with, I guess. I don't know. That's really cool though. So the next book on our list is The Huntress of Thornbeck Forest, a medieval fairy tale by Melanie Dickerson. Oh, I gotta show you the cover. I think this is really pretty. Not really pretty, but like, it's pretty. I really liked this book. It's written by one of my favorite authors, Melanie Dickerson. I'm really sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. I feel like I say names wrong all the time. It is the first book in a medieval fairy tale series, and the next book after that is The Beautiful Pretender, which I also got for Christmas. I have read both of these before. I really liked them. I generally read, if I can, I like to read a book from the library before getting it because I just don't like to buy a book that I don't know if I'll like. Anyway, there are, how many pages are there? There are 306 pages in this book. Seriously, this is like, I really like this book. It's romance. I primarily read romance books. So if you are watching this or following me, that's gonna probably be most of my content. Although I am kind of getting into some other genres, hopefully. I'll read the back for you. It says, a beautiful maiden who poaches to feed the poor, a handsome forester on a mission to catch her. Danger and love are about to unite in Thornbeck Forest. The Margrave owns the finest hunting grounds for miles around, and Odette Menkels spends her nights poaching his deer to feed the hungry orphans of Thornbeck. By day, Odette is a simple maiden who teaches children to read, but by night, this young beauty has become the secret lifeline to the poorest of the poor. For Jorgen Hartman, the Margrave's forester, tracking down a poacher is a duty he is all too willing to perform. Jorgen has inherited his post from the man who raised him, a man who was murdered at the hands of a poacher. When Jorgen and Odette meet at the Midsummer Festival and share a connection during a dance, neither has any idea that they are already adversaries. The one man she wants is bound by a duty to capture her. The one woman he loves is his cunning target. What becomes of a forester who protects a notorious poacher? What becomes of a poacher when she is finally discovered? You will find out if you read this novel. The year it is set in is 1363 in the northeast German reaches of the Holy Roman Empire. I really enjoyed this novel. Again, it's primarily romance. It does have some other themes in it, but it's like if you don't like romance, you won't like this book. But if you do, I would recommend it. Also, I'm sorry, I am positive I'm botching these names, but yeah, there's nothing I can say about that. I'm just sorry. I know I'm messing the names up. I think that's probably it for this book. Anyway, moving on. I forgot to mention. So, I have not read this. And then this next book I have read. I read it from the library, but I liked it. So I usually, if I can find it at the library, I will rent a book from the library first, and then if I like it, I'll buy it because I don't like to. I like owning books, but I'm not going to spend money on a book unless I actually like it. In general, but this is The Beautiful Pretender by Melanie Dickerson. She's, if not my favorite author, then one of my favorites. Definitely recommend it. I really like romance novels. If you don't like romance novels, then I don't know if this would be your cup of tea. But I really do, and I also like, especially like Regency era romance novels. Like this one is based in 1363, I think it said. So I really like that era. The Beautiful Pretender is the second book in the medieval fairy tale novels series. So the first book was the one we just looked at, The Hunches of Thornbeck Forest. I say age rating on this series, I haven't read it in a little bit, honestly. But probably like 14. But like check with your parents and stuff. Everyone has different rules. But that would be a good guess of an age rating for this. I don't know though. Somewhere around that. But anyway, the next book is next book is Sunrise on the Reaping. This book I actually have not read yet, and I haven't even read the whole Hunger Games yet, but I'm getting into it. I just borrowed the first book, the Hunger Games book, from my brother, and I am renting the rest of the series from the library, and then I think I'm gonna buy the series or ask for it for my birthday. Anyway, this is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I'm sure everyone watching this has probably, heard of the Hunger Games and Sunrise on the Reaping and everything. Let's see. In the front page, it says, "When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for?" As the day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panem. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Hamish Abernathy is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Hamish's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He is torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with 3 other District 12 tributes, a young friend who's nearly a sister to him, a compulsive odds maker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Hamish understands he's been set up to fail, but there's something in him that wants to fight, and have that fight reverberate far beyond the deadly arena. So I haven't read this yet, so I can't really give any kind of review or whether I like it or not, because I don't know yet. I'm assuming I'll probably like it, but yeah, I can't give much else on this book. Oh, page number. I can't give the page number. There is, okay, including the epilogue, there is 382 pages in this book. Okay. All right. Finally, on my list is, this is a series, not a whole book, the Lockwood and Co. series. I have not actually read this series yet, but I wanted to read it, so I asked for it for Christmas. So I can't really give a review on it, and I haven't opened them yet, as you can probably see. But in this series, there is Lockwood and Co. The Screaming Staircase, Lockwood and Co. The Whispering Skull, Lockwood and Co. The Hollow Boy, Lockwood and Co. The Creeping Shadow, and Lockwood and Co. The Empty Grave. Financial Times said it's a delicious mixture of bone dry wit and spooky shocks. The Guardian said it's fantastic characters, fast paced action. Um, I can probably give you a book review after I read them, but again, not much else I can say about these except that I'm looking forward to them. Alright, so that will conclude my Christmas book haul video. I hope you like it, and if you did enjoy this experience, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel.